Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching The Sixth Sense by M. Night Shyamalan. Please correct me if my pronunciation is wrong. Shyamalan starring Bruce Willis and that kid from AI whose name I keep forgetting. The Sixth Sense is a film I watched more than 15 years ago, and when a lot of people recommended it on the channel in the comments, I said that I did watch it. But last week, as I was thinking of the film, I realized that I remember almost nothing about the movie. I do remember it had something to do with the supernatural and the famous line, "I see dead people." I know, as with most Shyamalan films, there's a twist in there somewhere, but for the life of me, I couldn't remember what it was, since I watched it when I was less than 14 years old. So I figured this is a great opportunity to watch this film with you guys. Shyamalan has always been a hit and miss director for me. Films like his Unbreakable trilogy, probably except Glass, The Village, and Signs were some of his best work, while I really didn't like films like The Happening, The Last Airbender, and After Earth, which were pretty darn bad in my opinion. Unlike the bad ones, I know The Sixth Sense is held in high regard today, so it's most likely a good film. Apart from what I already mentioned, I don't know or don't remember what to expect at all. I'm actually excited to watch this film as an adult and from a proper opinion. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions to over 50 movies, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. The Sixth Sense, Shyamalan, Willis. Let's go. The Sixth Sense. Donnie Wahlberg. Okay, I know Donnie Wahlberg. James Newton Howard, a modern legend. Sam Mercer is also a good producer.
Cold.
It's Willis's wife, so that means she must be Toni Collette.
In recognition of his outstanding achievement in the field of child psychology, his dedication to his work,
He's a child psychologist.
his continuing efforts to improve the quality of life for countless children and their families. Milk.
Okay. Is it one of his patients?
Do you know why you're afraid when you're alone? I do. I do.
Do I know you?
Don't you know me, hero? Don't you even remember your own patients? You told me I was having trouble coping with my parents' divorce. You were wrong.
You can't heal everyone, I guess.
Just give me a minute to say.
I waited 10 years for you.
Vincent Gray. I do remember you.
You failed me.
Vincent, I'm sorry if I wasn't.
Oh no, he's not even listening to the
Let me try.
doctor.
You just give me a chance.
Okay. The next fall. So it's been about a year. And he looks like he's recovered. Hey, that's the boy, Shan, with acute anxiety, social isolation, and possible mood disorders.
My name is Dr. Malcolm Crowe.
Malcolm Crowe.
We were supposed to meet today, but I missed our appointment.
You know, in the olden days, in Europe, people used to hide out in churches.
What were they hiding from?
Bad people, mostly. Noticed your eyeglasses. They don't have any lenses in them.
They're my dad's. The lenses hurt my eyes.
He has scratch marks on his arms.
Are you a good doctor?
I used to be.
Okay. It's a Latin dictionary.
Head up.
right.
Something you were looking for, baby?
That doesn't make any human sense.
What are you thinking, Mama?
If I was Cole's mother, I'd be rightfully freaked the F out.
Hey, freak. How'd you like that arm around the shoulder bit?
Wow, that's so sad that he has to have fake friends. And Shyamalan is going out of his way to show Cole to be a socially lonely person with supernatural things happening around him.
You know what I did today?
So this is how they're coping with the situation.
Want to sit? Want to play a game? If you reach the chair, you sit down. If you reach the door, you can go.
That's an interesting psychology trick.
Okay. When your mother and father were first divorced, your mom went to see a doctor like me, and he didn't help her. So you think I'm not going to be able to help you. You have a secret, but you don't want to tell me.
Well, he is good at his job, for sure.
Your dad gave you that watch as a present just before he went away. You're a good student. You've never really been in any serious trouble.
He's not getting everything right, though.
We're supposed to draw a picture. I drew a man. Got hurt in the neck by another man with a screwdriver. Everyone got upset. I don't draw like that anymore. What am I thinking now?
I don't know what you're thinking now.
You're nice, but you can't help me.
I'm so sorry, Anna. I just can't seem to keep track of time. And I didn't have a very good session today. I think it might be some kind of abuse.
I wonder why they had a falling out, because she's barely acknowledging him.
Scratches on his arm. I think they might be fingernail cuts.
Completely ignoring him.
Anna.
Happy anniversary.
Sad situation.
Did you ever talk to your mom about how things are with Tommy?
I don't tell her things.
She sees something. It's in every picture?
Free association writing is when you take a pencil in your hand and you put the pencil to a piece of paper and you start writing. Have you ever done any free association writing, Cole?
He has.
If you could change something in your life, anything at all, what would it be?
I don't want to be scared anymore.
Are you gonna get that?
They're living in the same house but barely communicating.
I just figured maybe you just wanted to get out and get some air, really, because you'd seemed kind of down lately.
Go step in the horse manure.
Oh, thank you very much.
Keep moving, cheese dick.
Wife is not having an affair, but something's definitely off.
Can anyone guess what this building was used for 100 years ago?
They used to hang people here.
Ooh. I think he might be the kid who sees dead people.
This whole building was full of lawyers, lawmakers.
They were the ones that hanged everybody. I don't like people looking at me like that. You talked funny when you went to school here. You talked funny all the way to high school.
Oh man,
Stuttering Stanley! Stuttering Stanley!
it's something from his childhood. That choice in camera angle while he stammered was very interesting.
How's it going?
I don't want to talk about anything right now.
You like magic?
Malcolm, sit your cute butt down and listen
This
up.
film is not adding up in a narrative sense. It's like it's skipping scenes. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I think I shouldn't do that and just enjoy the movie. It's their wedding video. Zoloft, antidepressant. Well, we haven't seen him talk to his wife since that gunshot incident. And somehow this door is still locked.
My penny back.
This kid is doing a really good job with his acting. He's keeping it very subtle, and it's really good direction by Shyamalan here.
Darren, check it out.
Oh, yeah. My dad made me invite him.
Is there something you want to see in there?
No. No!
kid's gonna be extremely cruel.
There's some cuts and bruises on your son.
Shyamalan always puts himself in his movies. Like, why, man?
Yeah, those are from sports.
Is he scared that people will forget his face or something? He always has a cameo.
You think I'm a bad mother?
Something's very unsettling. Dr. Crow hasn't spoken to his wife or Cole's mom yet.
Once upon a time, there was this person named Malcolm. And then one night he found out that he made a mistake with one of them. And his wife doesn't like the person that he's become. If he can help this new boy, be like helping that other one too.
How does the story end?
I don't know.
I want to tell you my secret now.
I know what's coming.
I see dead people.
While you're awake?
What a chilling moment for both of them.
They only see what they want to see. They don't know they're dead.
Oh.
Will you stay here until I fall asleep?
Suffering from visual hallucinations.
Oh, he doesn't believe him. I can definitely relate to the mother. So far, I have to say the editing has been very good of the film. I have no problems following it. But the cinematography is just, it's okay, it's average. The story is very engaging though, for sure. Oh, he needs to pee. It's one of the dead people.
Mama?
You can't hurt me anymore! Lenny, you're a terrible husband, Lenny!
He's seeing an abused wife who used to live in this house previously. And that's why he took those Jesus... Oh, poor kid.
I thought the play was excellent. Better than Cats.
The Cats remake, I haven't watched it, but I hear it was horrible. Jeez, man. This used to be a courthouse. That means he's seeing the people that were hanged, which he mentioned earlier.
Sometimes you feel it inside, like you're falling down real fast. But you're really just standing still.
That's a great description. I know exactly how that feels.
When they get mad, it gets cold.
This is the commercial that Tommy did.
Fast.
Cole, the bumblebee pendant? Why do you keep taking it?
Mom thinks he's lying.
Did you take the bumblebee pendant?
Dude.
I'll show you where my dad keeps
It's the previous family. The previous father must have killed the entire family. What a supportive and loving parent.
I think maybe when people own things and then they pass away, a part of themselves gets printed on those things.
He's a great salesman, and also that was great exposition for the story. Indirect exposition. Good dialogue here.
Happy birthday.
From you?
Mm-hmm. First edition.
Thanks.
I told you what I want.
I want to be able to talk to my wife again. Like there was no one else in the world except us.
He's not directly confronting his wife at all. We haven't seen them talk at all.
I can't be your doctor anymore. I'm going to transfer you. I know 2
Don't
psychologists.
fail me. Don't give up. You're the only one who can help me. I know it. Dr. Crow, you believe my secret, right? How can you help me if you don't believe me? Some magic's real.
Shyamalan is not using music at all.
I do.
It's cold in here.
I think my movie brain is putting 2 and 2 together, and I think I'm figuring out what is happening. But I just won't say it. This is such an intimate film with a small cast. Señor. That's Spanish.
You want to ask me questions now?
Do you know what yo no quiero morir means? It's Spanish. It means I don't want to die.
Ah.
What do you think they want?
Just help.
That's right. I think I might know a way to make them go away. listen to them.
What if they're just angry and they just want to hurt somebody?
I don't think that's the way it works.
How do you know for sure?
I don't.
This is the fourth or fifth fadeaway transition used by Shyamalan, which again breaks the continuity of the story. He's going to listen to the advice of Dr. Crow. That's Misha Barton.
I'm feeling much better now.
Do you want to tell me something?
At this point, I'm about 80 to 90% sure of my theory. Repeated fadeaway transitions is a huge clue.
I just can't imagine a child being in bed for 2 years.
She does want to show him something.
She wanted to tell you something.
A videotape.
For lunch, Kira.
Was that poison of some sort? She was being poisoned by the mother.
Don't say that it tastes funny, you know, I don't like to hear that.
Holy crap.
You were keeping her sick.
You liked it, she said.
Another fadeaway transition.
They're calling for the stable boy.
We have to hurry.
Who were you talking to?
Just practicing my lines. Thanks for giving me this part, Mr. Cunningham. I got an idea how you can talk to your wife. Wait till she's asleep. Then she'll listen to you, and she won't even know it. Not gonna see you anymore, am I? Maybe we can pretend like we're gonna see each other tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, Cole.
Cole has just helped Crow. He finally could help another boy in a similar situation.
I'm ready to communicate with you now. Tell you my secrets.
What is it?
You know the accident up there? She died.
Where is she?
Standing next to my window.
Cole, you're scaring me.
Obviously.
They scare me too sometimes.
You see ghosts, Cole?
They want me to do things for them. Grandma says hi.
Ooh, that might be taking it too far.
Grandma comes to visit me sometimes.
Please
She wanted me to tell you she saw you dance.
Wow!
Asked her a question. She said, the answer is every day. What did you ask?
Do I make her proud?
This has to be the best singular scene of the entire film. I'm just gonna say it. Bruce Willis is not alive. His wife did not acknowledge him at all in any capacity. I finally get what the twist is. It was excellently handled because for the first 45 minutes, I had no clue.
Why, Malcolm?
What is it? What?
Why did you leave me?
I see people.
And here comes the reveal.
They don't know they're dead.
How often do you see them?
Brilliant.
They only see what they want to see.
Damn. This movie needs to be rewatched. Oh man. The last 10 minutes were fantastically shot.
I think I can go now.
He has closure. Not only did he help the kid, he realized why he was stuck.
I needed to tell you something. You were never second. I love you. Everything will be different in the morning.
Here's James Newton Howard's music. Nothing comes close to his earlier work. I really enjoyed that film, guys. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was a really good movie. I wonder where this Shyamalan was in the last decade. The film was creative and slow, which was intentional and a great way to get the audience to care about the characters. The choice to keep this cast small was also great too. I would say that the strengths of the film included the excellent script by Shyamalan, the acting by the cast, and the overall rewatchability of the film. Whereas I'd consider the cinematography and the broken narrative and some editing choices to be the weaknesses. Let's start with the directing and writing by M. Night Shyamalan. Early Shyamalan was an excellent filmmaker. He knew how silence can build up tension. I don't know how you, the audience, feels about me figuring out the twist before it happened, but it's something I just couldn't help. There were just too many visual clues. The story starts off simple enough with Willis's character, Dr. Crow, a child psychologist, and his wife celebrating an achievement by him from the mayor of the city, before getting shot by a former child patient of his. The story picks up a year later with Dr. Crow being assigned to help another child, Cole, who seems to be going through a supernatural problem or issue, which is not specified clearly. The trust building between them was shown excellently, I would say. I would go as far as to say pretty realistically, because you could see the emotion in Cole's eyes as he becomes more vulnerable. The scenes had several visual clues, like the fact that we don't see Cole's mother hire or even interact with Dr. Crow, despite the audience being shown her consulting with other doctors. Eventually, Cole lets Dr. Crow in of his secret, which is that he sees dead people and they don't know that they're dead, suggesting that they might be in purgatory. While Dr. Crow initially believes that these are mere hallucinations, further research reveals that Cole might be actually telling the truth. Only after Dr. Crow advises, instead of ignoring the ghosts, Cole should confront them directly, does the story really pick up. Cole listens to a girl played by Misha Barton, who's dead. She points Cole to a tape which he brings to the girl's father, showing proof that the mother was slowly poisoning her. This was a moment of realization for both the characters. Cole realizes that the ghosts weren't there to harm him, but to get closure. And that's why they were stuck in a sort of purgatory, like I mentioned before. This way, Cole also inadvertently helps Dr. Crow to get closure for both the patient he couldn't help, the patient that shot him at the beginning of the film, and with his wife. Cole finally confesses to his mother with proof that he can communicate with the dead by telling her stuff that there was no way he could have known about his grandmother. I couldn't believe how loving and supporting Cole's mother was. She finally understood her son and comes to peace with him. Dr. Crow also realizes that he's been dead for the entire year, and Shyamalan shows the audience an excellent, hair-raising realization moment with Dr. Crow finally getting closure with both his wife and his life before disappearing into a white light. The writing and directing overall were excellent, and I wish he would have written more scripts like this, because it was so good. I don't have much to say about the editing and the cinematography of the film. The editing was good, as it could be, I guess, to keep the viewer guessing. The jumps in continuity were intentional with frequent transitions. I found that to be a little hard to follow narratively, but at least it had a purpose, so I get it. The cinematography was okay, pretty stock standard. There were no wide shots or even any noteworthy close-up shots except the I see dead people scene. But that wasn't bad by any means. Like I said before, they were good enough for the film. The music in the film was by James Newton Howard, who is a musician I greatly admire. He did scores to films like... okay, there are way too many to mention here, but rest assured he's one of the best in the industry currently. His music was not used as much as I'd like though. The majority of the film was silent, which worked to the film's advantage, but it could have been used a little more in my opinion, just because of how talented the man is. The ending reveal is when we get to hear his score properly, and as usual, it was excellent. Overall, very good score, albeit a little underutilized. Bruce Willis played Dr. Crow in the film. His performance was subtle and subdued. Bruce Willis's peak was probably from the mid-80s to the mid-2000s, and he was near the end of his status as the leading man. But he was great in this film. Shyamalan utilized him perfectly, and he did end up working with him in his later films like Unbreakable and Glass. Hallie Joel Osment played Cole, the little kid who was able to communicate with the dead. His performance was the highlight of the film for me, displaying a range of emotions except happiness, which he showed at the end of the film. His vulnerability was on full display the entire runtime, and I almost felt like going into the screen and giving the kid a hug. His performance was excellent, and he was excellent in his role, and he made me root for him till the end. If I had to think of criticism of the film, it had to be the disjointed narrative that could have been handled a little better. Again, don't get me wrong, Shyamalan's approach also worked here, but it could have been a little better in my opinion. Furthermore, the cinematography was pretty average, especially the framing of the actors. I will blame this on the lack of experience by Shyamalan as a filmmaker, as this was one of his earliest films. By signs, his character framing gets much better. Also, criticism, but not really. I'm not the biggest fan of Shyamalan inserting himself into almost every film he makes. Dude, we get it. We know you by now. Your name is splashed at the beginning and the end of the film. You are the director. But I guess at this point, it's almost like a trademark or a tradition for him. And I see no reason why he shouldn't keep doing it. Overall, this was a very good film. Shyamalan's script and directing were strong. The performances by Willis and Osment were great too. Both had great screen presence and chemistry. Although I saw the twist coming beforehand, it did not lessen the impact of the film for me. It is highly recommended for film lovers for any genre really. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.